Welcome to part 1 of day 15 of our epic 40-day 2025 Pacific Northwest road trip as we travel to Lassen Volcanic National Park. After a brief stop for lunch, we view the sulfur works and then make our way to the Bump Pass Hell trailhead. Initially, we followed Route 89, which would take us directly to Lassen Volcanic rather than the more circuitous route through Reno, which was 40 miles longer. We are now driving along California 89 North, the road the GPS didn't want us to take. But it looks much better than driving into Reno. It's only 48 degrees today. It's a beautiful drive. And they have guardrails for the cliffs. We made a stop at Sierraville's Service and Country Store for gas and snacks. We were informed by the locals that there may have been mudslides on 89 due to a recent rainstorm and that it might be closed. They gave us an alternative route to take. We're now on California 49 because, based on some information from the locals, sometimes 89 gets shut down after a rain because of mudslides and things. So this is the safer way to get there. Still nice scenery though. With the new route, we passed through Chilkoot, population 377, a small unincorporated community in eastern Plumas County, California. This is the town of Chilkoot. And we just passed into Lassen County, although we're still 130 miles from it. And we're now on 395 north, headed towards Lassen. There's some interesting mountains we're coming up to. I like the colors. It's still a little hazy though. And there is some lake off that way. Not sure what it is. I'll have to check later. We made a stop at the Honey Lake Rest area in Janesville, California. Well, we now know that that lake is Honey Lake. And that is Honey Lake, and we're about 80 miles from Lassen right now. The rest area boasts a picturesque setting with breathtaking views of the surrounding landscape. We were greeted by the pleasant aroma of lavender plants. There you can see where there was some of the forest fires from earlier. I don't know when it was, but probably a couple of years ago.
Volcanic?
I'm thinking that might be Shasta. Could be. And there's been quite a bit of construction on this road going to Lassen, which may have been why they wanted to detour us different ways, but the ways would have taken us to the wrong side of the park. So we just had to suck it up and go through the many deer crossing up ahead. Here you can really see how much the forest fires did. And we are now nearly at Lassen, only about 5 miles away. And the trees are back. Due to the detour and road construction, we arrived at Lassen an hour and a half later than we had expected. Lassen Volcanic National Park is a diverse park in Northern California, known for its unique geothermal features, clear mountain lakes, and 4 types of volcanoes. And we finally made it to Lassen Volcanic National Park. It took us probably about an hour and a half longer than we were expecting because of all the delays in construction. And you can see all the damage from the forest fires. The Dixie Fires started on July 13th, 2021 in Feather River Canyon, southeast of Lassen Volcanic National Park. It reached its final size of 73,240 acres within the park on September 30th. On October 26th, the Dixie Fire reached 100% containment, with a total size of 963,309 acres, making it the largest single fire in California history. Our first stop was the Komyamani Visitor Center. The name comes from the Maidu phrase for Lassen Peak, meaning snow mountain. We were pleased to find that both the Park Highway and the Bump Pass Hell Trail were open. We had some sandwiches for lunch from the cafe. And now we're having our lunch.
No, you don't need the animals. These changes can harm wildlife. That's okay, but for the future, because it can make...
After lunch, we made our way to Sulfur Works. Sulfur Works is the easiest of the park's hydrothermal areas to access. It's an otherworldly place of vibrant colors, pungent scents, and shifting ground that is both ancient and new. And our first stop of the day is going to be the Sulfur Works. Here you can see some of the fume stuff. This signage describes how Matthias Supan began extracting sulfur from this site in 1865. He named his mine Sulfur Works. And here we have some wonderful mud pots to see. The gorgeous aroma of sulfur. And here's everyone's favorite boiling mud. Lots of nice sulfur smell. These vats of bubbling mud contains the perfect mix to create mud pots. Heat, hydrogen sulfide gas, water, volcanic rock, minerals, acid, and thermophiles, or heat-loving microorganisms. The thermophiles convert the gas to sulfuric acid, which breaks down the rock to form clay, which mixes with water to create mud pots. This area has vibrant yellow, orange, and buff-colored clays formed by the chemical alteration of volcanic rock by acidic hot water. Here you can see all the sulfur and various other minerals.
Here's another vent.
There's another steam vent down here. At this point, we reach the end of sulfur works. We cross the road to observe additional areas.
So that water there is pretty hot too, right?
Yeah. Well, you can see it kind of steaming. So this is another area of sulfur springs. This interpretive sign is titled Connecting the Dots. By connecting the surrounding piece of Brokaw Mountain, Mount Conard, and Mount Diller, one can recreate the outline of the extinct composite volcano named Brokaw Volcano, also known as Mount Tehama. It measured 11 miles across and towered to 11,500 feet, 1,000 feet taller than Lassen Peak. The sulfur works rests near the volcano's core and is connected to the same magma system that fed the extinct volcano. Here's some more. This sign shows where additional geothermal spots are located within the park. Our next stop was Windy Point, a high elevation viewpoint known for intense winds and, in winter, significant avalanche risk. Situated near Lassen Peak and Diamond Peak, serves as a panoramic spot for viewing the surrounding volcanic landscape. That up there is called Brokaw Mountain. You can still kind of smell the fire, even though it happened off in 2011, they said. The Diamond Peak Scenic Vista is a small pull-out that provides expansive views of Brokaw Mountain to the west, Lassen Peak to the north, and a vast expanse of forest, including areas burned in the 2021 Dixie Fire. It also offers a view down into East Sulphur Creek and Little Hot Springs Valley. This is up, I think, towards the top of this road, maybe not. And I believe that up there is Lassen Peak. The Little Hot Springs Valley overlook offers views of the valley's geothermal features. One can see steam rising from the numerous unseen vents and the colorful altered earth that indicates volcanic activity below. Now that is known as Diamond Peak up there. And it's just amazing how we just keep on going up and up and up. Emerald Lake is a small scenic alpine lake that sits right beside the main park road. The lake is known for its vivid green-blue water, a hue caused by algae growth in its shallow depths. Due to its high altitude of 8,100 feet, the lake is cold and often frozen for a large part of the year. Wildflowers thrive on its rocky shores, including one species endemic to Lassen Peak area. I suspect it may be a gentian variety. This is called Emerald Lake. Mary and I thank you for watching Day 15, Part 1 of our 2025 Pacific Northwest road trip. We hope you'll join us for Part 2 as we hike the Bump Pass Hell Trail and circle the park road around Lassen Peak before heading to Weed, California for a night in the shadow of Mount Shasta.